Hello, everyone. Welcome to LinguaWave English.
Yes, welcome.
This is our deep dive. This is your personal space for mastering English with ease and with absolute confidence. I'm your host, Evan, and sitting across from me today is Sophia.
Oh.
Wow. I mean, Aaron, I am so
Huh.
sorry. I was just reading an email from someone named Sophia right before we turned the microphones on. My brain just completely crossed those wires.
That is quite the start. But yes, I am Erin. I'm not Sophia. And it is really wonderful to be here with you all today.
I am feeling fantastic despite my completely messing up the introduction. How are things on your end?
I am doing great. It is actually very sunny and beautiful outside today, which always puts me in a good mood.
It really does. It is a perfect day to tackle a major milestone. Today we have a topic that is, a huge wave to ride.
It is a very big wave.
We are going to talk about job interview questions in English.
The job interview. It is a major event for anyone.
It really is. I think everybody gets nervous about job interviews. It does not matter if you are speaking your native language. You sit in that chair, someone looks at you, and you suddenly forget how to speak.
Right. Your hands get sweaty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But for our listeners here at LinguaWave, there's a second problem. You are not just worried about the job. You are dealing with the language barrier.
Yes. The language barrier is a real challenge.
You are sitting there thinking, did I use the right grammar? Did I say the right vocabulary word? Did I completely misunderstand the question they just asked me?
We call that the double burden.
The double burden. I like that phrase.
You are carrying the stress of the professional interview, and you are carrying the stress of translating English in your head. It is exhausting for your brain.
It is so exhausting. People freeze up. They want to show how smart they are, how good they are at their job, but the English stops them. They sound like a robot.
And that is exactly why we are here today. The mission of this deep dive is to help you stop sounding like a robot.
We are going to make this smooth. We're going to ride the wave together.
We have looked at the most common interview questions. We researched what hiring managers really want to hear, and we broke it all down into simple, powerful answers.
Simple is good. Simple means you can remember it when you are nervous. Before we jump into all of that, I have a quick reminder for everyone listening right now.
Please do hit that like button.
Yes, hit the like button, and make sure you subscribe to LinguaWave English.
We really want you to be part of this community.
We do. Share this deep dive with your friends, maybe someone who's looking for a new job right now. Your support is what keeps this high-quality content flowing.
It really helps us out.
Okay, let's get into the deep dive. I am going to put myself in the hot seat today.
The hot seat.
Yes. I will be the person looking for a job. I am the candidate. You are the boss. You are the hiring manager. I walk into your office, I sit down, we smile, and then you ask me the very first question.
Tell me about yourself.
Oh boy, the classic icebreaker. Tell me about yourself.
It is always the first question.
It sounds so simple. It is just 4 little words.
Yeah.
But it completely paralyzes people.
It is a very strategic moment in the interview.
But why is it so hard? Why do people freeze?
People freeze because it is too open. There are no rules. When someone says, tell me about yourself, your brain panics.
Right, because I have a lot to tell. Should I talk about my weekend hiking trips?
No, do not do that.
What if I talk about my absolute obsession with eating pizza?
I love pizza.
That is great, but save the pizza talk for the lunch break after you get the job.
So no pizza, no hiking. What do they actually want from me?
They want you to be professional. They do not want your whole life story. They do not want to know where you grew up or what your cat's name is.
Okay, so how do I organize my answer? If I cannot talk about pizza, what is the plan?
We have a very simple framework for this. It is a structure you can memorize.
A framework. Tell me more.
It has 3 parts. Present,
Yeah.
past, future.
Present, past, future. That sounds easy to remember. Let's break those down for the listeners. What is the present? The present is your current role. Who are you right now?
Okay, so I start by telling them my job title today.
Exactly. You give them a professional label. You say, right now I am a marketing manager, or right now I am a software engineer.
That makes sense. It grounds the conversation. So that is the present. What about the past?
The past is your experience, but only the experience that matters for this new job.
So I do not list every single job I have ever had since I was a teenager.
Please do not. Just pick 1 or 2 highlights. Talk about your education or a big project you finished.
Got it. Present is who I am. Past is what I have done. What is the future?
The future is why you are sitting in that chair. Why do you want this specific job?
Oh, I see. So you are connecting your past to their company.
Exactly. You are showing them the path.
Let's do a role play. I think hearing it will really help everyone listening.
Okay. I am the manager. Hello, Evan. Tell me about yourself.
I am currently a marketing assistant with 3 years of experience in social media.
That is the present. Very good.
In my current role, I have helped grow my company's online reach by 20%.
That is the past. You used a number, which is excellent.
And now I am looking to bring those digital skills to your team because I want to grow in a larger company.
And that is the future. Perfect.
That felt very fast. Was that too short?
Not at all. It was perfect. It was short. It was punchy. It was highly professional.
I didn't say once because I knew the structure. Present, past, future.
Structure is your best friend when you are speaking a second language. You do not have to search for the English words if you know the map.
That is a great tip for our listeners. Just follow the map. Okay, so I survived the first question. I am feeling good. I am smiling. Then you look at my resume and you ask the next question.
Why do you want to work here?
The motivation question.
Yes. Why do you want to work here?
I am going to be totally honest. When someone asks me that, the voice inside my head just wants to shout. Because I want to get paid.
Yeah.
I need money to buy my pizza.
We all think that.
It is the truth. I have bills to pay.
It is true, but it is a major misconception that you should be that honest. You can never, ever lead with the money.
Why not? They know I want a salary.
They know you want a salary. But if you talk about money first, it makes you look selfish. It makes you look like you only care about yourself, not the company.
So it's a test. They're testing my attitude.
They are testing your attitude. And they are testing to see if you did your homework.
You mean your homework? You mean researching the company before the interview?
Exactly. You have to look at their website. You need to know what they actually do.
Yeah.
You need to read their mission statement.
And what am I looking for on their website?
You are looking for their values. What do they care about? Do they care about the environment? Do they care about fast technology? Do they care about helping people?
Okay, so I find out what they care about. Then what?
Then you connect your personal values to their company values.
I see. I match my goals with their goals.
Let's try another role play. Let's pretend this company makes green technology. They care about the environment.
Okay, I have done my homework. You asked the question.
Evan, why do you want to work here?
Well, I have always admired how your company prioritizes sustainable technology.
Good start.
And that focus on clean energy really aligns with my own passion for protecting the environment. I want to use my engineering skills to help you build a greener future.
Spot on. That is a winning answer.
It felt very natural. And I used a word there that I think is very important for our learners. Aligns.
Yes, aligns. That is a fantastic vocabulary word.
Can you explain what aligns means in simple English?
It means to match. If your ideas align with my ideas, it means we agree. We are moving in the same direction.
It sounds so much more professional than saying, I like your ideas.
It really does. Saying your goals align with my goals proves that you are not just looking for any job.
Right. I'm looking for this specific job.
Yeah.
Because I care about what you do.
Exactly. It makes the manager feel special, and managers like to feel special.
We all like to feel special.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep riding this wave. The interview is going well, we are connecting, but now the manager gets serious. The fun part is over.
Oh, yes. Here it comes.
The manager leans forward and says, what are your strengths and weaknesses?
The strengths and weaknesses wave. This one crashes hard on a lot of people.
Let's cut it in half. Let's look at part A first. The strengths.
Oh.
It should be easy, right? It's just say good things about myself.
It is easier, but you still need a strategy. You cannot just list 10 random good things.
I cannot just say, I am friendly, I am smart, I wake up early.
No. You need to pick 1 or 2 strengths that actually help the company.
It goes back to the job description again.
Always. Every answer goes back to the job description.
So what are some good keywords our listeners can use for strengths?
A great one is problem solver.
Problem solver. Someone who fixes things.
Yes. Every boss wants a problem solver. Another good one is team player, someone who works well with other people.
Okay, so I say, my strength is that I'm a problem solver. Is that enough?
Not quite. You have to prove it. Give a tiny example. Say, I am a problem solver. For example, last month I fixed a big bug in our software system that saved the company money.
Evidence. You make a claim and you give evidence.
Exactly. It makes the strength real.
Okay, part A is done. Strengths are manageable. But now we have part B, the weaknesses. This is the scary part.
It is very scary. Nobody likes talking about what they are bad at.
Especially not when you are asking someone to pay you money to work for them. It feels like a trap. If I say I am bad at math, they won't hire me to be an accountant.
That is absolutely true. So you have to be careful. But you also cannot use the big cliche.
Wait, I know the cliche. I know exactly what you're going to say. Let me guess.
Uh-huh.
Is it when people say, oh, my biggest weakness is that I am a perfectionist?
Yes, that is the biggest cliche in the business world.
I used to say that. I thought it was so clever. I thought I was tricking them into thinking my weakness was actually a good thing.
Everyone thinks it is clever, but the manager has heard it 100 times.
So what does the manager think when I say I am a perfectionist?
They think you are avoiding the question. Or they think you are going to be very slow at your job because you focus too much on tiny details.
Wow. So trying to be clever actually hurts me.
It does. It shows a lack of self-awareness.
What is the right strategy then? If I cannot fake a weakness, do I tell the truth?
You do tell the truth, but you show growth. You frame your weakness as a work in progress.
A work in progress, meaning I am fixing it.
Exactly. You admit a real struggle, but then you immediately talk about the action you are taking to improve.
Give me a model answer for this.
Yeah.
How do I role play a weakness safely?
Okay. Let's use public speaking as an example. A lot of people struggle with that.
I definitely get nervous speaking in front of a crowd.
So you would say something like this. In the past, I struggled with public speaking. I felt very nervous sharing my ideas in big meetings.
That is very honest. It feels vulnerable.
But you do not stop there. You take a breath and you say, but I have been taking online workshops to build my confidence.
Oh, that is the action.
Yes. And then you finish with the result. You say, and I am now much more comfortable presenting my work to the team.
That is brilliant. You admitted a real flaw, but you showed that you are actively trying to beat it.
It shows that you have a growth mindset.
Growth mindset. That is a key takeaway for everyone listening. A growth mindset means you believe you can learn and get better. You are not stuck.
Employers love a growth mindset. They want employees who can learn from their mistakes.
So the formula is state the weakness, state the action you are taking, state the positive result.
Yes. Struggle, action, progress. It works every time.
I feel so much better about that question now. It was not a trap. It is an opportunity to show how hard I work on myself.
Exactly. It is a chance to shine.
All right, we are moving right along. The manager is impressed by my growth mindset. But now they want to look into the future. They ask, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Ah, the 5-year plan question.
I have to joke about this because, honestly, I usually do not even know what I am having for dinner tonight.
Nobody does.
So how can I possibly know what I will be doing in 5 years? The world changes so fast.
The hiring manager knows that. They do not expect you to have a perfect map of the future.
Then why do they ask it? What is the secret meaning behind the question?
They are looking for two things: ambition and retention.
Let's translate those words for our English learners. Ambition means you have goals. You want to succeed.
Yes. You want to move forward in your career. You are not lazy.
And retention. What does retention mean in business?
Retention means staying at the company, keeping the employee.
Oh, I see. They want to know if I am going to stay or if I am going to quit.
Exactly. Hiring someone is very expensive. It takes time to train a new person. If you leave after 6 months, they lose a lot of money.
That makes total sense. So if my real 5-year plan is to save up money and go travel the world, I should not say that.
Definitely do not say that.
Or if I want to start my own business in 2 years, keep that a secret.
Yes. Keep that to yourself. You need to show a desire to grow within their company.
Within their company. That is the key phrase. So how do I phrase this answer naturally? What are some good topics to mention?
You should talk about taking on more responsibility or mastering new skills.
Could I say something like, in 5 years, I hope to be a leader in this department?
That is a very strong answer. It shows ambition because you want to be a leader, and it shows retention because you said this department.
It connects my future directly to their company.
You are painting a picture where you and the company grow together.
I love that. Okay, so we have the future mapped out. Now we hit the part of the interview that I think is actually the hardest for non-native speakers.
The storytelling question.
Yes, the conflict story. When the manager says, tell me about a time you faced a challenge, or tell me about a time you made a mistake.
These are called behavioral questions, and they are very difficult.
Why are they so difficult?
Because you have to tell a story. And telling a story in a second language is hard. You lose your vocabulary. You start to ramble.
Rambling. That means talking too much without a clear point.
Yes. You start talking about what the client said and what your coworker said, and suddenly 5 minutes have passed and the manager is bored.
I have done that. I get lost in my own story. How do we fix this? How do we tell a tight, professional story in English?
We use a method. We call it the STAR method. S-T-A-R.
The STAR method, like a star in the night sky. This is so important. Listeners, if you have a pen, write this down. Break down the letters for us. Let's start with S.
S stands for situation.
Situation. So setting the scene.
Yes. Keep it very brief. Where were you working and what was happening? Just one sentence.
Like I was working at a marketing agency and we had a big product launch.
Perfect. That is the situation.
Yep.
Now we move to T, task.
Task. What was the job I had to do? Or what was the problem?
Exactly. What was the challenge? For example, the client was unhappy with the delay in the project.
Okay, we have the situation and the task. The problem is clear. Now for the most important part. A.
A stands for action.
This is where I save the day.
This is where you explain exactly what you did to solve the problem. But there is a very important rule here.
What is the rule?
You must use the word I, not we.
But wait, in business? Everyone always says you should be a team player. Shouldn't I say, we work together to fix it?
Being a team player is good, but the manager is not hiring the team. They're hiring you.
They need to know what my specific contribution was.
Yes, they need to hear, I organized a call, I listened to the concerns, I created a new schedule.
I focus on staying calm and solving the problem myself.
Exactly. Focus on your actions.
Okay, S is situation. T is task.
Yeah.
A is action. What is the R?
R is result.
The happy ending.
The happy ending. How did the story finish? What was the outcome of your action?
Can we put it all together in a model answer? Let's role play a challenge story.
Okay. Evan, tell me about a time you faced a difficult challenge at work.
I will use the STAR method. Here we go. For the situation and task, I will say. Last year, a major client was very unhappy because our delivery was delayed by a week.
Clear and simple. Now the action.
I immediately organized a phone call with the client to listen to their concerns. I apologized for the delay, and I personally offered them a discount on their future services to rebuild trust.
Very strong. You used I. Now the result.
As a result, the client calmed down. They appreciated the honesty, and they actually ended up signing a longer contract with us the next month.
That is a pro answer right there.
It turns a negative situation into a totally positive outcome.
And because you used the STAR method, you did not ramble. You told a complete story in under a minute.
It feels very safe to use that structure.
It is safe. My advice is to write down 3 stories using the STAR method before your interview. Have them ready in your mind.
Write them down and practice them, so you don't have to invent a story while you are stressed.
Exactly. Preparation removes the panic.
We are getting close to the end of the interview. We rode the wave perfectly. The manager closes their notebook. They look at me, smile, and say, "Well, Evan, do you have any questions for us?"
The final phase.
Now, I have a confession to make. In the past, I used to just smile and say, "No thanks, you explained everything perfectly." I thought I was being polite.
Oh no. Please tell me you do not do that anymore.
I don't. But why is it so bad? Why shouldn't I say no thanks?
Because if you say no, you look passive. You look like you do not care.
Passive. Like I'm just waiting for things to happen to me.
Yes. An interview is a conversation. You need to show that you are curious about them, just like they are curious about you.
So I should always have questions ready.
Always. You must ask at least 1 or 2 questions.
What kind of questions? Should I ask how much vacation time I get?
No, do not ask about vacation yet. Wait until they offer you the job for that. Ask about the company culture or the daily work.
Give our listeners the LinguaWave closing tip. What is the best question to ask?
The absolute best question to ask is this. What does a typical day look like in this role?
What does a typical day look like? That sounds so simple. Why is that the secret weapon?
Because of the psychological effect it has on the manager?
Psychological effect. Tell me more.
When you ask about a typical day, the manager starts explaining the job to you. They say, well, you would come in at 9 and you would check the software and then you would go to a meeting.
Oh. They are using the word you.
Exactly. They are literally visualizing you doing the job. They are picturing you in the office.
That is amazing. You are planting a picture in their mind that you already work there.
It is a very powerful psychological trick. And it also gives you real information about what the job is actually like.
Right. If they say a typical day is working 14 hours in a dark room, I might not want the job.
Exactly. You're interviewing them too.
Are there any other good closing questions?
You can ask about the team. You can say, what is the biggest goal for your team this year?
That shows I am focused on the future and want to help them reach their goals.
Exactly. It ends the interview on a very strong professional note.
Wow. We have covered so much ground today. We tackled the present, past, future framework. We talked about values and motivation. We conquered the strengths and weaknesses wave.
We mapped out the 5-year plan.
We learned the STAR method for stories. And we learned the visualization trick for the final questions. That is a lot of English.
It is a complete toolkit.
But I want to give some final advice as we move into the outro here. Knowing these structures is great, but knowing is not enough.
You are so right. You have to speak. Confidence comes from practice.
You cannot just read the words on a page. Your mouth needs to practice making the English sounds.
What is your favorite way to practice, Evan?
Well, I use a technique that I think everyone should try. Stand in front of a mirror in your house, look yourself right in the eyes, and say your answers out loud.
Out loud is the key. You cannot just practice in your head.
No, because in my head, my English is absolutely perfect. I sound like a Shakespeare actor in my head, but when I open my mouth, I stumble.
We all do. The mirror technique connects your brain to your mouth muscles.
Yes. You practice saying, I am a marketing manager. My greatest strength is problem solving. You say it until it feels like a normal part of your life.
Muscle memory. When you get into the real interview room, you won't panic because your mouth already knows what to do.
Exactly. You just press play on the tape you already recorded in your brain.
It is the best way to beat the nerves.
Now, we want to hear from our listeners. We want to make this deep dive interactive.
Yes, we have a little homework for you all.
Don't worry, it is fun homework. Go down to the comments section right now. We want to know, what is one job skill you are most proud of?
We want to see your strengths.
Are you a great writer? Are you an amazing coder? Do you make the best coffee in the office? Tell us. Write. My strength is, and then fill in the blank.
Use the vocabulary we talked about today. It is a completely safe space to practice your English.
We will be down there reading your comments and cheering you on.
We definitely will. We love seeing your progress.
Erin, thank you so much for guiding us through this today.
It is my pleasure.
To everyone listening, thank you for joining LinguaWave English. Keep practicing those answers. Stay positive out there.
You have the tools now. Just remember to use them.
Ride the wave to your dream job. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.